Hey guys, Brian here. Welcome back to the shop. Got a Allis Chalmers head here today to go through, so I'll just started tearing this thing down. And remember, the tight end of the coil springs goes down. Other than that, they appear that the intakes and exhausts are the same all the way down through here, so don't have to worry about mixing any of that stuff up. We'll get this thing stripped and we'll see what kind of shape the guides are in. Well, the guides aren't perfect, but they're not bad either. The intakes have got quite a bit more wear than the exhaust. The valves got a lot of pitting in them. That one's not been sealing. That one hadn't either. You can see this head's got some beautiful port work in it. Allis really knew what they were doing, apparently. I guess if you don't want to make any horsepower, it's probably a real good way. Block up the intake with a bunch of metal. Maybe that's supposed to be some kind of a deal to make it swirl, I don't know. So they don't have swirl built into the port like in a John Deere head. So you can see they don't look too good. So definitely been some rust in those chambers, but it's not out where the head gasket seals, so it's really not a super issue. It could run like that, but I'll check it for flat and see if it needs a little took off of it. Maybe some Allis expert can chime in about these marks stamped in the deck, if that means anything. I'm almost gonna say that this head's been milled before. Maybe that's what the 2 means up there. And I guess that's a 9, but don't know how that's to be interpreted, but it does have replaceable guides, so I could put them in. But again, I don't think that's gonna be any kind of issue. These feel pretty good. Like with some new valves, they'll be within a 1/2 thousandths, which will be fine on guide clearance for something like this. So I just need to get a set of valves and do up a valve job on this thing. As you had one there, but no chance that was ever sealing. So I'll get some parts and bring you back. All right, so I got the head milled off, looking better. Gone down through here and cleaned up all the intake seats. These exhaust seats are taking a lot to get cleaned up. So they're gonna wind up too deep, so we're gonna have to weld these suckers up, yank them out of the head and put some new ones in. And in the meantime, I have pressed the bushings out of these rods and got the new bushings pressed in. Got them pin fitted. So no movement whatsoever. They're nice and free. So that's try and get this thing to focus. There we go. Let's see how nice the finish you got on that. Those are burnished to press them in tight, and then honed almost to size, and then finished burnished to get any of the honed scratch lines out, so I get 100% bearing contact. So these pins won't loosen up like a lot of most machine shop honed pins will loosen after some run-in time, because the pin eventually wears and makes it smooth. Takes all the scratches out. One of these for the focus. Focus. There we go. Maybe you can see there. More scratch lines in this warbling than there is in the new one. But it's you can hear it tap. Let's loose this in the bushing. So they were wore out. Time for new ones. Alright, seats are out. Well, hopefully you can hear me. We're in the middle of a monsoon slash tornado. We got 70-mile-an-hour winds going on outside right now. So you hear the roof tin cranking and banging. That's what that's from. But got this head all put back together. Got the seats in. Everything's ground. Valve heights are set. Another one ready to go back to the field. Not really, this isn't a race head, this is a just race to beat the rain so I can get the hay in head. So thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, I'll catch y'all later.